it reminds me of a story of these two young boys who grew up on a farm. And they loved the farm so much. And so they, in the farm, were, best of friends. One of them was 2 years older than the other one. When they grew up, they decided, hey, let's get a farm right next to each other. And so they did. They got a farm right next to each other. They shared machinery and equipment and things like that. After a while, there's some bickering that started to happen. And the little brother one day just went off his rocker. He says, you son of a bee, I can't believe you're using all my tools. You're using all the equipment. This is BS. I'm done. I'm done with you. And he goes into his home. He's pissed, right? The older brother's like, oh man, what just happened? So he goes in and now he's pissed. Next morning, a carpenter shows up at the door. He says, knock, knock, knock. Well, he didn't say it, the sound of the door. And the older brother answers the door and he says, how can I help you? He says, well, I'm a carpenter and I'm looking for work. He says, I'm just looking for some small jobs. Do you have anything for me? He says, yeah, I think I do. You know what? See over there? That's my little brother's farm. And he took a bulldozer and he created a creek between us to separate us. And I want to do one better. I want to build a 10-foot fence so that I don't ever have to see him again. Carpenter said, okay, I understand. So the next morning, Carpenter goes to work, right? Just bam, hour after hour, finishes and completes his work. Next morning, the older brother wakes up, looks outside, and he sees a bridge instead of the fence. And on the bridge, he sees his little brother, open arms, saying, I can't believe you would build a bridge to connect us after all that I said and all that I did. I love you so much. I'm so sorry. And so the older brother just doesn't know what to say. He just embraces his little brother in his arms. They turn to the carpenter and they said, would you like to stay? We have some more work for you. And the carpenter says, I wish I could, but I can't. I have more bridges to build.